This week,
Environmental Club starts a fish farm.
Powerlifting hosts a regional meet with competing schools.
We explore the heart of the school.
Lasso works the Warrior Warehouse.
And we check out a top pick for open lunch. All of that and more
on the Warrior Weekly.
Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly, presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Dennis Turcan.
And I'm Matthew Colino. Today we host one of the biggest powerlifting meets in Illinois and feature the ladies in the upper campus front office.
But first, AP Environmental Science and Environmental Club have teamed up to create an ecosystem in our very own greenhouse.
Located outside the Environmental Science classroom, MCHS has its very own greenhouse. In it, students are getting the opportunity to learn about a new type of agriculture, aquaponics.
So the whole process is it basically starts with the fish. They create poop, and then the poop gets filtered, and then all the good nutrients gets taken in by the plants, and in turn the plants end up cleaning the water of nitrogen, sort of creating a cycle ecosystem that balances itself out.
When planning began for the Center for Science, Technology, and Industry, the science department decided that an aquaponics setup would be beneficial to environmental science classes.
And really what this system represents is a way for people in urban areas to have access to high quality, nutrient rich, fresh food. Because this is obviously a really small scale one, but you can have this operation producing food year round and recycling water, using sunlight to run the entire thing. So it's very renewable and sustainable for areas in urban environments.
Aquaponics ecosystems are becoming more popular and useful in cities where healthy and natural food is difficult to find. Getting the opportunity to learn about this system in high school is an opportunity that few students have.
But this was a great opportunity in space to do the aquaponics, because there's not many places that do that, and especially in Illinois, high schools around us don't do aquaponics, so it's kind of a thing that's unique to us.
While the system is mainly used in environmental science classes, it is not limited to them. Any student at McHenry can capitalize on the opportunity to learn about this new type of agriculture.
It's an exciting process. It's something new, and for those interested, it even looks good for college applications that you explore a new branch of agriculture that could end up being even the future of day-to-day farming.
Students interested in getting involved with the aquaponics farm can contact Miss Friend about the Environmental Club. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Brielle Kakamo, Kylie Shanowski, Madison Harvey, and Heather Dombrowski.
Leadership in Action is raising money to send used electronics to their pen pals in Poland. If you'd like to donate to their GoFundMe, please contact Mr. Myers.
Next, McHenry Strength hosted the regional powerlifting meet this past week. Warrior Student Media has the story.
Today, we interviewed one of the most hardworking coaches at our school, Dr. Bierbauer, who helps his students with everything dealing with weightlifting and powerlifting. Bierbauer explains what powerlifting really is and what his students do during meets to work towards their goals.
Well, powerlifting is a club that we've been participating with for about 7 years, and so it's a competition where you compete in back squat, bench press, and deadlift. Now, there's Olympic weightlifting, which is more of a different style, but powerlifting do lifts that we already do in the class. So we've been doing that as part of meets for the last several years. And so kids will go in, they'll get 3 attempts at each of the 3 lifts, and their best total weight on each of the 3 is a combined total.
Madeline Micklinghoff, a student at MCHS, is one of the many female athletes that participate in powerlifting. She explains how her teammates support and motivate her to do better, and why the club is great for her goals.
I think that they motivate me in multiple different ways, but just being in that kind of environment with that many people in the room, it really motivates you to do better. Everyone is super supportive, and it's just really fun to push your limits and have other people behind you in those limits and wanting you to be the best that you can be.
Finally, it's never too late to join powerlifting, to connect with friends, coaches, or just to get stronger. Rachel Cray explained how joining powerlifting was a great idea.
My friends and family are super supportive of powerlifting, and I got into it by Mr. Bierbauer. He was one day like, you should join powerlifting, like you'd be great. And that was really a cool thing for me, and I made a lot of good friendships, and we're all super supportive of each other.
Students can come in after school to practice almost every day for these powerlifting expeditions, or just to get better at powerlifting, improving their lifts and their technique. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Vance Dorsum, Lex Bach, Brian Wakehauser, and Colin Chanowski.
Now the ladies in the upper campus office are the people who make our school go around. We feature these staff who are the face of the school.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Doherty. I am the receptionist here at Upper Campus.
Hi, I'm Nicole Hodges. I am the Dean's Assistant at McHenry High School.
Hi, my name is Karen Nelson, and I'm in charge of student accounts here at the high school.
This week, we take a look inside the front office to honor the staff and how they help out at MCHS. Katie Doherty, being one of the first faces you see when you enter the school, breaks down her day-to-day schedule being the receptionist here at MCHS.
I am the receptionist, and I do help out Mrs. Nelson with accounts. If kids want to put money on their lunch account, any kind of forms they need, I have those. They can come to me and get them. I answer the phone a lot, and I'm just here if you need me.
We head over to the Dean's office to recognize Miss Hodges, the Dean's administrative receptionist, and all the hard work she does for the school.
I like to work with all the students. I like to get to talk to everybody when they come in and just working with the students, I'd say.
Mrs. Nelson, in charge of students and accounts at the school, describes her favorite thing about her position at MCHS.
My favorite thing are my coworkers. I love the ladies in the office that I work with. We're a great team. We help each other out.
Next time you stop by the front office, make sure to thank the familiar faces that are the backbone of our school. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're McKenna Harvey, Allie Casey, Alyssa Thomas, and Keith Pierce.
Next, during lunches at Upper Campus, students can purchase food from the Warrior Warehouse. But what exactly goes into making this school favorite? Warrior Student Media is into one of the tastiest rooms on campus.
The Warrior Warehouse has been a long-time MCHS hotspot. Once used as a tech repair shop and merch store, the flexible space has since transformed into a concession stand run by the Latin American Student Organization, where they sell concessions during lunch to fund future LASSO projects.
LASSO opened up the Warrior Warehouse, I want to say it was around April of last year. And it was specifically because it was something that Mr. Eiserman had divvied up between all the organizations before the pandemic. And it had not opened. So I spoke to Mr. Eiserman, like, hey, is there any way that LASSO can open it back up? And he said, sure, if you want it, it's yours. So we started back in April, and we've been going like full force since then.
The Warrior Warehouse is very popular among students, offering chips, ice cream, and other snacks for as little as $1. The cheaper prices and variety of options help draw in popularity among students in the cafeteria.
We've seen a lot of people loving the Warrior Warehouse, especially because they come really often and always asking us if we have different items, so we might consider adding more stuff to the Warrior Warehouse. We sell ice cream, snacks like Doritos, Hot Cheetos. We sell pop right now, and only Crush from the extra that we were selling on Valentine's Day.
Prior to the pandemic, the Warrior Warehouse created an opportunity for clubs to raise funds for their activities. Now, LASSO carries on the tradition by selling concessions from the space.
I think it's a really great place, especially because, it's really different, and it's something that they used to do before COVID, and it's nice that, we were able to bring it back.
Be sure to stop by the Warrior Warehouse by the south entrance to support LASSO during your lunch period. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're Kennedy Titor, Freedom Tomasello, Ellie Machachik, and Layla Moreno.
Finally, juniors and seniors who have open campus lunch know this chain restaurant by their bowls and burritos.
I'm a fan of their steak burritos. Warrior Student Media heads into the most popular restaurant for students, Chipotle.
With an open campus lunch privilege, many students find themselves enjoying a variety of options at McHenry's very own Chipotle.
Well, definitely, it's closer, and obviously it's Chipotle. Everybody loves Chipotle, so I would do the same if I was there too. So.
Chipotle offers healthier alternatives and bigger portions than other restaurants near MCHS, and it has its own few perks along the way.
It's definitely one of the better options, and we don't really have many of those.
And there's a Starbucks next to it, so double in one.
Definitely the quality and the quantity. You could get a massive bowl, big quesadilla, anything you want, and although it's expensive, it still tastes much better than everybody else.
With good quality food comes good quality service. Everyone is welcomed at Chipotle.
A lot of the times when it's really busy, I'm gonna be honest, it's not the best, but it's always nice to see everybody, everybody that works here as well that goes to that school. It's nice to see them every day. So.
Some students enjoy the food so much that they find themselves working at Chipotle.
I decided to work at Chipotle because I would go here all the time. It was getting really expensive, and it just seemed like a good place to work, and I could get the free meals here. It's a great work environment, and it's close. McHenry, I see all my friends come in here, so it's just fun to work at.
With a warm, welcoming staff and wonderful food, students find it easy to enjoy their lunch periods at Chipotle. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Riley Byron, Cooper Bruin, Maddie Spencer, and Emberlyn Carlson.
That's all for today's show. Be sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Insta, and TikTok.
For Matthew Colino and all of Warrior Student Media, I'm Dennis Turpcam. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back right after spring break. Have a great week, Warriors.